Today we are going to talk about the muscles of the upper arm, of the upper limb. So we are going to talk about the muscles of the pectoral girdle and the humerus with its continuation, which is radial and ulna and the palm. So let's start with the pectoral girdle. Now the pectoral girdle has 6 muscles. See, here's the scapula, clavicle, acromion, and the spine from back. Here, look, here's the back, as we know. Now, here, muscles of the pectoral girdle. First one, deltoid, subscapular, supraspinous, infraspinous, teres minor, and teres major. Look, how you can memorize them. Let's start from the beginning here. Here's the anterior part. Clavicle gives the deltoid. The subscapular surface gives the subscapular muscle. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's rotate and continue. Here, from the backward. Here, supraspinous, because here's the spine. Supraspinous fossa gives us the supraspinous muscle, and the infraspinous fossa gives us the infraspinous muscle, and at the lateral border here, it gives the teres minor, and at the inferior angle, it gives the teres major. Now, here is more specifically. Here's the interior part of the upper limb. Here's the scapula. Here's the anterior part. Look, here is the subscapular muscle originates from. Here is the deltoid muscle originate from. It doesn't also originate from the clavicle and the acromion, no, but look, from the posterior part it continues from here. So the subscapular, from the subscapular surface originates, and the deltoid originate from the lower portion, third of the clavicle, and with the continuation of the acromion from the posterior part goes like this with the spine. Now, 1, 2, yeah, let's go from the back now. The supraspinous muscle, from the supraspinous fossa, it originates from here. The infraspinal fossa, the infraspinal muscle originates from here. Teres minor, as we said, the lateral border, and the teres major here, teres major, from the inferior angle of the scapula. Let's talk about their insertions. From the anterior surface first, subscapula muscle inserts into the lesser tubercle here. It goes like this and inserts here. Deltoid, as we said, from here, and the continuation from the posterior part here, it goes and inserts into the deltoid tuberosity, if you remember, which is here. There's the anterior part of the bones. Here's the humerus, here's the deltoid tuberosity. It's inserted from like this, comes like this, that's inserted here. Look, from here, inserted here. From back, goes here, inserted all here. Now, supraspinous muscle, here. It goes and inserts the larger tubercle. Infraspinous muscle, it goes also and inserts the larger tubercle. Teres minor also goes and inserts to the larger tubercle, but teres major and subscapular muscle, they are inserted into the lesser tubercle. Subscapular to the lesser tubercle, but the teres major in the area of the lesser tubercle, but not on the tubercle, on the crest here. So let's revise them, and then I'll show you the muscles themselves. Subscapula originate from the subscapular surface. It goes and inserts to the lesser tubercle. Deltoid muscle from the clavicle, acromion, and spine, and goes and inserted into the deltoid tuberosity, which is here. Okay, and then here, the posterior part, the supraspinous muscle, it goes from the supraspinal fossa and inserted into the larger tubercle. The infraspinal muscle goes and insert the larger tubercle, and so also the teres minor goes and insert the larger tubercle. Now the teres major goes and inserted into the crest of the lesser tubercle, which is not from here, can't be viewed from here. Why? Because this is the posterior part. It goes from there to backward and inserted to the crest here of the lesser tubercle. Okay, let's see the muscle. Look, here is the posterior surface, here is the clavicle, and here is the spine. As we said, from the posterior surface it comes, here's the deltoid, originate from the spine and acromion, and here is the anterior surface and the clavicle, the outer third of the clavicle. So from the clavicle and posterior surface, from the spine and the acromion, they all go and inserted into the tuberosity, comes and inserted into the tuberosity somewhere here. Now let's talk about, for example, supraspinal muscle, which is, here's the clavicle, here's the supraspinal muscle, which is can't be seen here. Why? Because there is trapezius muscle covers this one. Anyway, here's the supraspinal muscle. As we said, it goes from the supraspinal fossa inserted into the larger tubercle. Here's the infraspinal muscle. Here, all of this thing here. It goes and also inserted into the larger tubercle. Here's the teres minor, goes also and inserted to the larger tubercle. And here is the, and as we see, the lesser tubercle from the medial border. Here's the this is the teres minor, inserted to the larger tubercle, and it's originate from the lateral border of the scapula, as we said. Here's the teres major, originate from the inferior angle of the scapula, as we said, and it goes like this and inserted from the interior part of the humerus, which is here, goes from there, it comes and enters here, inserted into the crest of the lesser tubercle, not the tubercle,